I challenge you to a dance-off. Hands off, no trash talk, no backwalk. On the black top, just me, you, that's all. No catcalls, no tag teams, no mascots. Right now, dance-off.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of The Ride Along in partnership with our amazing friends from Torque and Throttle. Today is another great day. The sun is shining up above, thank goodness, as we get to know yet and again another amazing car. Now, just a little bit of hint for you guys. This car is actually used in the Harry Potter movie. You know, the flying car? Woo-hoo. Probably this is a mystical car. Like the little birdie just told me that. But it's actually a really, really amazing car from the year, would you know?
1962.
1962. And the model is?
It's called the Ford Anglia.
You sure you know about this car?
I'm not quite sure, but it's called also, it has a pet name. It's called the Dirty Harry. So we're going to find out as to why it's called the Dirty Harry by the owner itself. Clive?
Let's call the Dirty Harry himself. No, I'm just kidding. Hi.
Big Dirty Harry here. Clive, so thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to have a ride in your very, very, how can I say, this is one of those elegant cars that you can find. 1962, if you have a look at the car, built up to perfection. So tell us, what made you build up a car from 1962?
Well, I've been in the classic car game for quite a while. Me and my dad, we've been making or restoring cars for the last 20 years or so.
Wow, okay.
So I've been in the car industry and basically always had a love for the Ford Anglia. Everyone doesn't really consider it one of those really sort of fast kind of cars, but so I had a vision, saw a car in the UK. Thought I'd do a resto mod. Took me about 6 years to finish it. But
6 years, wow.
Yeah, slow and steady.
That's a long time.
Slow and steady. But that's what you see at the moment, the finished product, so to speak.
But if you take it from 1962 up to date, it's much more faster than it was in 1962. So tell us, what have you done to it?
Okay, so codename Dirty Harry is purely because, as you said, it was in the Harry Potter movie, so it's known as the flying car. Yeah. But we hotted it up a little bit, so I've changed the engine. I've done a 2-liter Ford engine conversion, so it's a 2-liter Pinto. Normally comes with a 1.2-liter. I've done a custom exhaust, lowered the car, new suspension, new wheels, stripped out fiberglass bonnet, fiberglass doors. A lot of little tweaks to get it to where it is now. It's still not done, but it's where I need it to be right now. So
right,
yeah.
Okay, so Clive is actually going to take us on a drive around the Pandala Speedrome track this afternoon. It's a brilliant day for track racing. And so Clive, if you do the honors of getting in the car so that chassis will come from the other side and get in as well. All right, so we are at the Pandala International Racing Circuit, and this track is known to be the most challenging circuit of all circuits in Sri Lanka when it comes to the tarmac circuits. And there's so much of elevations and dips, and I'm telling you, it's one crazy ride, and that is why it's one of the most challenging circuits in Sri Lanka. So
this is, of course, made possible by friends from Torque and Throttle. And don't forget that they're actually Sri Lanka's largest circulating automotive magazine. And they're available online. Just go to their website, tntmag.net.
Okay, so with this car, this is actually the first time I'm getting it on track.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so it is actually...
How fast did you go?
Well, I think I've done about very good. My meter doesn't work properly yet, but I'd say maybe 140.
Right.
Maybe.
140.
Which is not bad. I'm not pushing it too hard right now also because, it's the first round, you don't want to break anything. But so far so good. It's, as I said, it's been 6 years, so it's really nice to have it on the road.
It's like love at first sight.
Pretty much.
The car and the racetrack, love at first sight. Okay, you were mentioning about the modification. What's the biggest modification you did to this car?
The biggest modification of the car was definitely the engine.
Oh, okay.
And it was the most complicated and tricky thing that I had to do because I was putting an engine that's not meant to go into this car. So that in itself took a long time for us to sort of tweak it and make sure it fits properly.
Right.
Took quite a few months to get that actually running. So I would say that was probably the toughest thing for us to do.
Okay, I'm not really well versed when it comes to cars and all. So from what engine to what engine? So the original engine was?
So the original engine was a 1.2-liter Ford Anglia engine. decided to go for a 2-liter Ford Capri engine, which is quite a bit larger than what's in this car.
Right.
So there was a lot of modifications we had to do internally to actually fit it in, and then after fitting it in, actually make it run properly.
Okay.
So the drivetrain, the brakes, everything had to be sort of custom made to fit this car.
Oh, okay.
So basically, if you take this and try and fix it into another Angular, it probably won't work because it's been custom made just to fit into this.
Oh, okay, alright. Are there any future modifications you want to make?
Yeah, well, my main goal was to get it running with the new engine in standard format, but in the future, yes, I'd like to add a little bit more power.
Right.
Do
It's
a little
really
bit-
not enough, huh?
Yeah,
You guys are never satisfied.
It never really is enough.
Alright, shall we? Okay, I know that I'm the screen queen now.
Yes.
So let's, shall we do a proper?
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, alright. Okay, oh my gosh. Here we go. Thoughts on Dirty Harry, of course, aside from the fact that he is one in a million right here in Sri Lanka, but they really did a good job with the front suspension. I mean, the complete Capri MK1 front suspension really did work. I know they're still planning to do some modifications and massive customization, but hey, with my experience with Dirty Harry today, this is one amazing job. Seriously though. I'd have to say they did a fantastic job. Clive and his team did a fantastic job with all those new metals and firewall modifications and done in the engine bay just to fit the massive engine that's needed to just push this beast faster than any other small cars you see around in the country. So man, Ford Anglia, a resurrection, worth every penny and worth every experience.